This your boy David Lucas. Podcast. Fake news.
David Lucas.
Fake news.
What's happening? Man. Hey, what up? This your boy David Lucas. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Fake News, your new favorite podcast. We'll be dropping every Thursday. Make sure you tune in, man. I'll be talking about me. I'll be talking about events that happen in the world. And, of course, at the end of the segment, I'll read you guys' questions. It's called Dear David. Send your questions with your name, your location, and whatever you want to ask me. People ask me life advice. People ask me relationship advice. And just any advice in general, I will answer it. So this weekend, I was in Appleton, Wisconsin. It was possibly one of the worst cities I've ever been in my whole life. Like, I grew up in Macon, and you got to be a pretty bad city to be worse than Macon. But this was worse than Macon. Like, we landed to a regional airport. My airplane had like 30 people on it. We landed there. The airport was a joke. I've seen CVS is bigger than this airport. It was horrible. And everybody working there is like 60 and 75. So I get to my hotel. I put in my address for my hotel. It's the Hilton down on College Street. And the Uber driver's like, "Oh, you're going to the Hay House." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "The Hilton." She's like, "Us locals call it the Hay House." I was like, "All right. I'm just ready to get home, man. There's 2.5 hours until I have to be on stage. I don't really care about the Hay House, the whole house, or nothing you talking about. Just take me to my hotel. I want to take a shower, take a 30-minute nap, and then go to my show." So go to the first show Thursday night. The manager who needs to be how are you a manager of a comedy club, but you don't know who comedians are? He meets us outside, takes us up this haunted house elevator where you press the button to go to floor 3 and the light don't even work. You just got to trust it. I was like, "Does it not light up?" He was like, "Nah, we've been meaning to fix that." I'm like, "Bro, this elevator's like 200 years old." But that's besides the point. He takes us to the green room and he leaves us in there for like 10 minutes. And then he comes back and he's like, "Oh, you're David Lucas." And I was like, "Bro, you just had a 5-minute interaction with me. Were you just bringing a random person in the green room? Like, you're so out of touch. How do you run a comedy club?" It was Skyline Comedy Club. I've been to other comedy clubs that this organization owns, the little whatever the group is that owns this. And this one, I think it's just the area. I think it's just a regional thing. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that it's just a regional thing. I'm actually going to be back in Wisconsin at the end of November in Milwaukee. They said that's way better. You know a town's horrible when the people tell you they're like, "Yeah, this town sucks. You should have went to Madison or Milwaukee." And I'm like, "Damn, I didn't know it's kind of a demand thing. You go where you're demanded." So Thursday night, maybe 38 people there, and I thought their energy just sucked because it was a small crowd and it was a Thursday, so these normally Thursdays are your true comedy fans. These people are showing up at 8 o'clock to watch you on a Thursday when they normally have to work on Friday. So normally Thursday is like true comedy fans. Like, we love you to death. We whatever. But no, these people lacked enthusiasm. They lacked life. It was like zombies. Like, they were okay. Like, from a 1 to a 10. Normally when I'm in front of audiences and they're not responding the way I want them to respond, I say it was me. I don't normally blame the audiences, but every comedian that went up that night was like, "What in the hell was that?" Bro, the time I was on stage felt like an eternity. So fast forward to Friday. Thursday night, we go to a bar that had an aquarium with the most fish I've ever seen in one aquarium. There was like 200 fish in this aquarium. They had this little, and I ate some cheese curds. Cheese curds are pretty good. They might be better than mozzarella sticks, for real. They had this little elevator in the middle of the bar where they can send food to the bottom bar. It was weird. It's like everything about Appleton was weird. So Friday, Friday, I got rest. It was a little bit better. I'm like, all right, man, I'm ready to go kill the crowds and go to the show. First show, same energy. First show, same energy. Second show, a little bit better. And I'm like, all right, it's definitely not me. It's the crowds in Appleton, Wisconsin. These people eat cheese all the time. They're constipated. They need fiber in their diet. This is why this is what I have rationalized with myself why this crowd is not responding the way I want them to respond. They have pretty cool people that work at the club outside of the manager. I think he's trying, because at the end of the weekend he came and he was like, "Is there anything that I can do to improve myself?" And I wanted to be a nice person. I'm like, "Nah, man, you great." I was lying. It's like he was so nice, but he was just so aloof to comedy. It's so weird. He was so aloof and so oblivious. So Friday night, I started going to the bar myself to get my own drinks because the service was just taking way too long. And they had this little cute, not that I'm trying to hit on her, but it has a little cute bartender working behind the bar who's about to give birth in 2 weeks. I'm like, wow, this is insane. She's actually working at a bar and she's about to give birth in 2 weeks. So the end of the Friday night shows, we about to get ready to ride and go to our hotel or do whatever we about to do. And she's outside waiting on her baby daddy. And I'm like, girl, you need a new baby daddy? Because I've always wanted a white baby. You know what I'm saying? That is I'm going to adopt a white, like, I don't want a mixed baby, white and black. I want a white baby. I want to adopt a white baby the same way that white people adopt black babies. I'm going to do the same thing. So I want a white baby. So I asked her, I said, do you need a baby daddy? Because I'm willing to take this white baby. And she's like, no, he's running late. I was like, all right, girl, let him be late tomorrow. You gone. If he late tomorrow, I'm sorry, but you coming with me. So Friday, chilled. I had some personal stuff going on Friday, so I was a little bit out of my element. Wasn't really feeling right. Friday was one of the craziest days I've had in a while. I had real bad anxiety, everything Friday. Saturday comes. I think I got drunk that night. Yes, I got drunk as hell Friday night. Yeah, I was like, let me drink. Saturday, it's raining. The rest of the boys go to the Green Bay Packers field. I decided to stay in to watch the Bama game. That was mixed with what happened Friday and the stress that Bama put me under by almost losing to UT by 1 point. I was just like, man, you know what? I'm just ready to go back to Austin and whatever. So Bama beat UT barely by a field goal. And the only reason I feel like we won is because they hurt the mullet. That dude with the mullet got hurt because he came out blazing. If you guys watch college football, you've seen what that mullet was doing in like the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. I was like, we about to have a long day. But anyway, Bama pulled it out. I hope that's the only game we struggle with this year. We have DB problems. We can't do nothing to the deep ball. We have Bryce Young, best quarterback in college, best college QB, maybe since Tim Tebow, has no receivers to throw to. It sucks, but whatever. So Saturday, we combined both shows into one show, so it's officially a sold-out show. A little bit better reaction. There was one lady who tried to call me a sexist and that my jokes put down women. And then when I gave her the opportunity to say something, she didn't say anything. Just, if you're going to heckle me, once I call you out, please continue to speak. It will be great for both of us because I'll have a nice YouTube clip and then you're able to get whatever you got on your chest off. So that wraps up the shows in Appleton, Wisconsin. So the shows are over. We go watch the UFC fight at some bar. It was cool, whatever, lackluster bar. I felt like I was in somebody's basement. You had to pay to get in. I'm like, man, you should be paying me. But whatever. We had a good time. We watched the fight. Nate pulled it out. Sunday, I'm so happy that I'm leaving Appleton, Wisconsin. I wake up because my flight's supposed to leave at 11, and at 8:30, I get a text message that my flight has been delayed to 1 p.m. because of weather. And I'm like, bullshit. And then they sent me this whole email, like, this is your new flight route because your plane is going to leave at 1, so we can't get you on a connection directly to Austin. So you're going to have to. So my initial flight was to fly out of the regional airport in Appleton, fly to Minneapolis. In Minneapolis at 2 o'clock, I was going to take a plane from Minneapolis to Austin. I would have been home by 3:45. But because this storm delayed my plane, I now had to leave. I think we pulled out at 1:17. I went to Minneapolis. From Minneapolis, I went to Atlanta. From Atlanta, then I went to Austin. So Minneapolis to Atlanta was smooth. When I got to Atlanta, I had 10 minutes to get to another gate. So I missed my initial plane that was supposed to leave at like 7. That was going to put me home at 9. So now the new flight was at 10, which would put me getting home like at 11. I'm like, bro, this. So yeah, I'm at the airport long enough to have traveled to London, Italy, possibly even Spain. I think they're all in close or relatively close to each other. So I'm just like, whatever. Go home, try to go to sleep. Can't go to sleep, so I decided to go out and get a drink. Got a drink, finally came home, went to sleep. Next day, did Kill Tony. Kill Tony went good. It's another great episode. Josh Wolf and Mike Feeney. Can't wait for that one to come out. Of course, me and Tony roasted each other. That's what we do. Me and Tony roast each other. All the time. So that's the recap of my weekend. How was y'all's weekend? Was y'all weekend pretty good? I know Mondays suck for some people because you got to go to a job. A lot of people are working from home now, which I'd rather go somewhere. If I had to work a traditional job like, the 9 to 5 or whatever, the 8 to 4, I'd rather go to a building because there is no way I could be productive at my house. I'm going to just keep it real. I'm going to keep it all the way real. There's no way possible that I'd be able to be productive at my house. But for the people who are able to be productive at your house, cheers to you, man. Cheers to you, bro. There are way too many distractions. I'd be on FaceTime with all type of girls. I'd have an attitude if I was doing customer service. Like, why you bothering me, bro? I'm at the house. You want to give me an attitude at my house? I ain't got no bottoms on. I got a collar shirt and no bottoms on just in case they decide to video chat me. That's how I be. I never have bottoms on in my house. And I be having all types of girls over. I keep a girl at my house. If I work from home, you'd hear all type of shit cooking in the background. I have fried chicken popping. I have a girl stirring Kool-Aid. You'd hear boiled eggs boiling. She'd be making potato salad if I work from home. There'd be so much bullshit going on in my background if I had to work from home. I couldn't do it. I am not reliable to work from home. I'd be having my hair would be getting braided while I'm on the car. I'd be like, tender-headed girl, watch out. I'd be getting my hair done. I'd be getting a pedicure. I'd be answering calls, getting a back massage. What? I want to know what some of the crazy stuff y'all did, people that work from home. What's some of the crazy stuff y'all did while working from home? I would really like to know because I'd take full advantage of that because I ain't got no bottoms on now. My podcast studio is my private podcast studio. I ain't got no bottoms on. I only put a shirt on. It's my studio. It's my studio. Why would I put on pants? There's nobody else here. I can do what I want. The top of my penis is touching the top or the bottom of my desk. And I like it. Because I can do what I want in my own studio. My balls are on my office chair. You know why? Because it's my own studio. It's my studio. I do what I want. You should be able to do what you want in your own space. If I make an OnlyFans, maybe we'll do it naked. Nah, I ain't making an OnlyFans. I should make an OnlyFans because this one girl, this hairy armpit girl, is making 6 figures a year selling pictures of her hairy underarms, which I think is so disgusting. I'm not a man that likes hair, like even on the vagina, man. Like I may joke about liking hair and all that, but if you're gonna have hair on your vagina, I just like the little landing strip. That's all I like. I ain't trying to be spitting all day because you got the burning bush. But look at her. She's a nice looking woman, but she wants to have hair on her underpits. She says she makes $20,000. $20,000 a month. And people call her goddess. What are you the goddess of? And see, this is why I always tell people. It is so important. It is so important for dads to be in their kids' life. Because I guarantee you she ain't have her daddy in her life. Because her daddy would have told you, are you out of your damn mind? What do you mean you're going to walk around? Girl, I'd have been made my daughter shave her armpits. If I dated her, I'd shave her armpits in her sleep. You can't get me too'd for that. You can't get me too'd for shaving a girl's armpits. She's a nice looking girl, but that damn black patch under her arm ain't it. Let me read some of this from the article. So my hairy armpits earned me $20,000 monthly, and devotees call me a goddess. Skin is skin, but hair is where the money's at. This is what she says. A woman who stopped shaving to challenge gender norms. Oh, here we go. We figured out the problem. She has a mental illness. When I hear the word, I'm tired of hearing the word gender. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at pictures of her. I mean, she's a real pretty girl. She's not bad looking at all. She used to be a barista. I can see that. I've always been a really sexual person and love expressing myself sexually. I could not have sex with her because she looked like the type of person that would put the cat in the bed while y'all trying to get it on. Like, I ain't trying to have no cat scratching my back while I'm trying to break your back. You feel what I'm saying? So she said I was able to put more time and effort into working for myself by working 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, simply because she said she loves doing it. Cherry's decision to stop shaving was inspired by a sociology course she was attending before leaving school. We were learning about gender social norms and how there are certain activities and attributes that are learned through socialization over time, she recalled. It got me thinking how growing up I was always told to shave by my family and even peers at school, so I did for many years. She pondered this into one recent event about a month after she launched her OnlyFans profile while getting ready for a date. It struck her that the guy she was about to see probably wasn't going through the same burdensome primping ritual as herself. So I didn't shave, she confessed. I will never regret that decision. Jeez Louise, can you imagine? She has on a shirt to where you can't see her underarms, and then when you get her home and get her naked, you just see that damn patch of nasty armpit hair. Oh my God. The feedback she has received since embracing her hairy lifestyle has been very positive, Cherry said. Often they express to me how much they love that I don't shave and how my body is naturally curvy and hairy, which is something that they don't see super often, she claimed, adding that they ask to see her huge bush and hairy armpits. Yeah, I'm cool. Boy, you would be, I'd put some nair on her in her sleep. I ain't even joking, she'll have nair. She'll just be waking up from pain because I'd be on put some great tape around that thing and snatch it off. I also get told that I'm a goddess and that I'm their dream woman, and it definitely makes me feel so special, she continued. Daily, they tell me how much they love my erotic content, and hearing that really makes my long work days worth it. That does not mean you are the girl of their dreams. Men are horny. And for some reason, a lot of women can't differentiate us just wanting to bang them versus wanting to be with them for a long time. Like, me wanting to be with you a long time and me wanting to bang you are pretty much similar energies. You're going to feel special. I'm going to lie to you. And I'm going to tell you all the things that you want to hear just to get you to my bedroom faster. That's just life. But because I told you these lies, it don't mean that I want you to be my wife. Sometimes I just see a girl that's not the norm of who I hook up with, and I'm like, I want to hook up with her. just because she's not the normal girl that I hook up with. Like, look at this nerd. Look at these girls. Look at this goth girl. I need to see what that's about. And because I'm curious George, I'm about to lie to her. And they take the bait every time. They take it. They take the bait. And that's, sadly, there's very few women who appreciate honesty. It would cut out so much heartbreak and so much unwanted negative emotions if girls would allow men to be honest. I don't know if I want you. I don't know if I want to be with you for a long time. I don't even know if I want to take you on a date. But I do want to have sex with you. And that's honest. But we can't say that. And the reason is because girls grew up on Disney. They see Sleeping Beauty and Snow White and Cinderella, so we have to make this bullshit fairy tale. We have to make this stupid ass fairy tale. We have to make you fall in love. Oh, he's my Prince Charming. I will never be your Prince Charming. Ever. Don't look at me. We have to make up all these lies to get her to our bedroom. I hate it because we can't be honest with most. There are some women who ask, what do you want? And men, some men are very harsh. I know a lot of men who are harsh. Like, I just want to screw you. Some men may say that. Or some men may say, let's vibe. I'll say let's vibe in a minute. Let's see what happens. Because I really don't know. You could be dope as hell. But I do want to test drive this car before I purchase it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I almost think sex should be mandatory before we get in a relationship. I know a lot of women always say, once you're in love, it doesn't matter about the size of his penis. Well, that don't happen for men. Because I've been with some girls that I thought I couldn't live without, and I had to think about other women just to get off. It's just the reality. Men are visual creatures, regardless of what you want to think, and women fall in love with what they hear. That is just how it is. So just because we love you, it ain't going to make your vagina no better. It's not. Women always say when you're in love, that 3 inches feel like 10 inches. Not with us. If your vagina's blew out, ain't enough love to make you feel tight. I'm sorry. It's not for me. Not for me. And yeah. I hate when girls be like, a vagina's a muscle. Yeah, but if you sticking a damn Lysol can in there every week, it's going to get stretched out. That mother going to be stretched out. It's nobody's fault but your own. So don't look at me when you're like, I don't feel nothing. I don't either. I don't feel nothing either. Big vagina ass. All right, let's see. She said, I usually get hate comments from men. Of course, because it's disgusting. And occasionally some women calling me gross. It is gross. Your underarm look like the NBA. That's how NBA underarms look. That is not, you got LeBron James underarm. They call her Sasquatch, unfeminine. And I've also been called a man for having body hair, she said. I have also been told to shave and that I will be single forever and will die alone. Those sound like the words of Kevin Samuels, which is funny because I've been dating my partner for many years. The haters initially took a toll on Cherry's mental health. Now she refuses to get tangled up with the trolls. I feel way more secure in myself, she said, and credited her fans for helping her realize her potential. Cherry, or whatever your name is, do you not show a picture of your boyfriend? I can't properly analyze or assess the situation unless I see a picture of your boyfriend. If I see a picture of your boyfriend, then I'll be like, oh, it makes sense. And I'm pretty sure you have one of those boyfriends where everybody will be like, oh, yeah, look at this goofy ass motherfucker. He should be with a girl with hairy armpits. I'm pretty sure that's what will happen. If I see a picture of your depressed, lacking vitamin D boyfriend looking like one of them vampires from, what was that movie? Edward versus Team Jacob. what's that damn movie called? Twilight. The damn Twilight series. Your boyfriend like one of them vampires from the Twilight series. When sun hit his skin, he twinkled a little bit. I guarantee your boyfriend is an emo. He probably got a band, or he plays a lot of video games. Men that play a lot of video games don't really give a damn what they hump on at night because their vision is distorted from looking at a screen for 10 hours. You look at a damn computer screen for 10 hours, I'd hump anything. I lay in bed with anything because my eyes is blurry. This PC or TV has given me shallow hal lenses. Playing video games for 10 hours is an automatic. Automatic. So yeah, man, I can't deal with hair on the underarms. Maybe a little bit of a JJ hair, but underarm hair and leg hair is a no-go. My bed is not about to look like I have an animal. I'm not going to work or out to eat with hair on my shirt. They'd be like, David, do you have a dog? And I'm like, no, it's my hairy-ass girlfriend. She refuses to shave that shit. So we already know the queen died. She ain't let the little black girl. I heard they ain't letting the little black girl come to the stuff. So yeah, bruh. I still remember when what was the girl named Princess Diana when she died. She was fine. So now the queen don't die. She was 2028, I think. She was old as hell. People in London who want to peek at Queen Elizabeth's coffin can expect to wait 30 hours in line and should expect to stand the whole time. I don't know much about Queen Elizabeth, but is she that important? I ain't even trying to be funny. I don't think I'd stand 30 hours to see my mama coffin. And that's a lady that gave me birth. Like, I'd be like, Mom, you just got to understand. They talking about waiting 30 hours to see your coffin. Who? 30 hours. That's a day and 6 hours. Who is standing 30? Bro, you crazy as hell. Stand the whole, that means you can't sleep. They say you got to stand the whole time. People in London who want to peek at Queen Elizabeth's coffin can expect to wait 30 hours in line and should expect to stand the whole time. This is why y'all teeth brown. Y'all ain't got no fluoride in y'all water. You gonna stand in line to see this lady who don't even know your name? She can't name nothing. She could name some generic stuff and probably hit a majority of the people because I feel like people over there got the same name, like John, and I bet that's a very popular name over there, and Henry. Wow, 30 hours. Whew, that's crazy. Officials are estimating a miles-long line to see the late queen, who will lie in state in Westminster starting Wednesday until her funeral on September 19th. That is insanity. We don't do that over here in America. I guarantee you it ain't no president nobody standing in line 30 hours for. Y'all do what y'all want. I guess you're going to get fired from your job to see her coffin one more time. They better put, man, you better put a video of the coffin and put it on the projector. Because if I stand in line for 30 hours, by the time I get to that coffin with the way my feet going to hurt, I'm knocking that motherfucker over. I'm knocking it smooth over. Call it disrespect, but you shouldn't make me wait in line 30 hours to see no damn coffin. Queues could be up to 30 hours as we are obviously expecting and planning for unprecedented demand. Cultural Secretary Michelle Donnellan told Tory lawmakers in a group chat, according to the Mirror. The government is expecting 750,000 mourners, more than 3 times the amount who came to see the Queen Mother after she died 2 decades ago, the paper said. The line will be open 24 hours a day until Monday. That is crazy. It's going to be people in all type of top hats over there to see her. That is insane. Signs were put up along the line's route Tuesday telling mourners they must have a wristband to enter the queue. Her dying is like a club. You got to get a VIP wristband to stand in line. If y'all's army had this kind of discipline, maybe y'all would be a powerhouse too. Because if you can make somebody stand for 30 hours, I feel like you can train them to be a Navy SEAL. Jeez Louise. You will need to stand for many hours, possibly overnight, with very little opportunity to sit down as the queue will be continuously moving. People have been warned, according to the Mirror. Visitors can only carry small bags and won't be allowed to bring food or drinks into the viewing. So not only do you have to wait 30 hours, you can't eat or drink and only have a small handbag. They ain't said nothing about using the bathroom. That, you gotta wear a diaper to see her. The same thing she died in, which I'm sure is a diaper because she was 90-something years old, the same thing you're going to have to wear to see her. So y'all going to feel real in touch with her when you got that soaked diaper on going to see her casket. And then mourners will be asked to pass the coffin without stopping. So you only getting a glance. You got to do like this. You just got to walk by like a mosquito flying by. You can't even stop and touch it. Wow. Tens of thousands of people lined up in Edinburgh to pay their final respect to Queen Elizabeth II before her coffin is flown to London Tuesday. One Royals diehard told the BBC she has already seen the Queen's coffin 7 times within 16 hours while it was on view in St. Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh. There's something divine there and it's deeply moving, Elizabeth Sabby, a missionary and evangelist, said after traveling from Isle of Lewis in Scotland to see the Queen. That's crazy. I guess if you, I don't know the relationship that they got, but I feel there's not one public figure over here in America that has touched. They ain't touched me. Like I said, my mama gave birth to me, and 30 hours. I'm sorry, mama. How you cremated. It's beyond words, and I feel deeply moved every time I go through. I wouldn't miss it. So every time I've gone back again and again. She's not just a figurehead. She's actually a spiritual representative that actually walked the life of Jesus in a pure way, humble way, Sabi said. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Aren't her and her husband related? I think I heard something like that. And she don't like the little black girl. But you're talking about she walked the life of Jesus. Maybe Jesus didn't like black people. So maybe that's what you're referring. It could be possible. But if I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong on that. You guys in the comments would definitely fact check me. You're like, David doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. They weren't related. Look at, he's an idiot. I don't understand why you think he's funny. He doesn't even know about the Queen. Look at it. He said the Queen and her husband were related. How stupid is he? I just imagine some kid in a wheelchair, 13 years old, telling me that, which is insane. I enjoy trolls. I'm thankful for all my trolls because, you know, what a lot of people don't understand is that you watched me. Even if you hate me, you watched. I promise you, I don't understand the mindset of trolls. You hate me so much that you watch my stuff just to critique it. Thank you. Because you really love me. It's just misdirected love and you don't know it yet. You really love me. You want to have a drink with me. You want to share my vape. And you want me to roast you. I get it. You really love me. It's okay. You know how many fools don't follow me, but they type my full name in on Instagram to come leave a comment that I don't give a damn about. I'm like, idiot. You don't even follow me, so you had to type my name in. You typed in David Lucas Funny, click my profile, and then scroll through the pictures to find one that you can leave a comment under. I'm like, thank you. Bro, there is no such thing as bad publicity, as long as I'm on your mind. Because the good thing about hate, anytime somebody tell me they don't like somebody, it makes me check that person out. So as long as you spread the news of not liking somebody, the people that you're spreading it to is gonna listen, and they're gonna be like, "Let me check this guy out for myself, because I want to see if I hate him." And then they watch it and they love me, and it's like, told you. So that one hate just got me 10 new fans, and that's how it should be. I'm so glad I moved out of LA. LA, boy, is wild as hell. An artist that I listen to a lot out of Philly, PNB Rock. He got killed yesterday at Roscoe's. A lot of people, I listen to quite a bit. I used to. I haven't. He had this song with Kodak Black that I really loved a lot. He had this song called Selfish. I want you all to myself. And he got killed yesterday while he was eating at Roscoe's. A lot of people try to blame his girlfriend because she tagged the location of the Roscoe's that she was at while they were there. And she's like, she's the one who got him killed. But no, the Roscoe he went to is the hood Roscoe's, the one on Manchester and Maine. That's the hood Roscoe's. So any hood dude could have been in there eating and sent the drop on PNB Rock. Like, look at this dude in here looking sweet. He ain't got no security, and he got on $100,000 worth of jewelry. Anytime you move in L.A., regardless of where you from, what people got to realize, man, L.A. don't play fair. L.A. don't play by the rules the rest of the world plays by. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? I barely, man, when I'm in L.A., I'm like this. Nike sweatshirt. Bro, I'm plain and regular. You going to steal my locks. That's about it. You might get $100 of cash. That's about it. But if I moved around with a lot of jewelry, I would have security, man. I just don't get that, man. I just don't get it. Rapper PNB Rock has died after he was shot while eating at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with his girlfriend. Roscoe's ain't even good enough to get shot over, first of all. You was better off getting shot at Chick-fil-A. That chicken is way better at Chick-fil-A, man. Roscoe's, I grew up on Waffle House, so when I first had Roscoe's, I'm like, it's cool, but it ain't great. And I haven't been to Roscoe's, and if I ever have a taste for Roscoe's, man, I Postmates it. I'm not, because if you go to Roscoe's, you'll understand why it could be problematic. You just go to Roscoe's. That's all. Go to any of the Roscoe's, even the one in Hollywood, and you will probably feel uneasy. The selfish rapper was pronounced dead at an LA area hospital Monday, where he was rushed just minutes after the shooting. And it's so sad because I didn't even know about him dying, but I was scrolling on Twitter, and there was a video of his dead body on the ground. And it's so sad that we live in a society where the first thing that people want to do is record something and not offer him aid. What happened? And I was watching the video, and I'm like, bro, they flipped this man over, which probably made him lose more blood. Nobody applied pressure to any of the wounds. I'm like, man, I'm not saying he could have been saved because he's a small guy. And if you know anything about bullets, man, those hollow point bullets, man, when they shoot, they spread shrapnel. And it tears your insides up, bro. It tears your insides up. He was, pronounced dead at the LA area hospital Monday. TMZ broke the story. PNB Rock was shot Monday afternoon while dining with his girlfriend and mother of his child, IG model Steph Sabunhang, I can't pronounce that, at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle restaurant. A source connected to the restaurant tells us the shooter appeared to have targeted PNB in a robbery. He posted video of himself wearing expensive jewelry earlier in the day. The suspect is still on the loose. We're told there's surveillance video that may help police identify him. PNB Rock moved to LA from Philly after signing a record deal with Atlantic Records. So he lived in LA. See, dang. He moved to LA from Philadelphia after signing a record deal with Atlantic Records following his 2014 debut mixtape. His stage name refers to a street corner in the Philly neighborhood where he grew up, Pastorius and Baton, I guess how you say it. Over the years, PNB Rock has collaborated with artists including Ed Sheeran, I didn't even know that, Chance the Rapper, Wiz Khalifa, 2 Chainz, Kodak Black, Young Thug, and A Boogie with the Hoodie. In addition to his numerous mixtape, PNB Rock has released 2 studio albums, 2017's Catch These Vibes and 2019's Trap Star Turned Pop Star. PNB Rock is survived by his 2 daughters, Milan and Zuri. who he shared with Steph. He was only 30. It's so sad. When you go to LA, do not let your swag get you sent to the upper room. It's not the same LA y'all are used to. People are getting robbed on Fairfax. If you know anything about Fairfax, that's the area where a lot of boutique clothing stores are at. People are getting robbed over there, bro. Don't take it lightly. If you're gonna step out with $30,000-$40,000 worth of stuff, just make sure you got at least $30,000-$40,000 worth of security. They got the EDD and the PPP money, and people are still hungry. They want to continue to live that lifestyle that PPP and EDD provided, and now they can't. During PPP and EDD era, the city was very safe because everybody was getting money. There was no need to rob. But now they still want to, ride the same cars and wear the same shoes and shop at the same places. And the money has ran out, and unfortunately, they have to rob people. So you just got to move carefully while you're over there, man. Rest up, PNB Rock. You made some dope music, big dog. So yeah, man, just be careful when you're in LA, man. You got some predators out there that are looking for weak victims. Just know how to move when you're in unfamiliar territory, man. Don't want nobody to be a victim of nothing that's going on there. One of my favorite restaurants, Chick-fil-A, is in the news. And it's so funny how they wrote this article. Flap over Chick-fil-A post has Twitter clucking over racist reply. So Chick-fil-A scrambled to explain itself after a reply to a customer with the phrase, "your community," sparked allegations of racism. So crazy. The social media backlash began last Friday after one user tweeted the message, "Grill spicy deluxe, but still no spicy nuggets," to the fast food giant's official account. "Your community will be the first to know if spicy items are added to the permanent menu." Done, Chick-fil-A's account responded. A review of Chick-fil-A's social media account showed the company has frequently used the phrase in recent days to convey they will announce when spicy chicken nuggets return to their menu in specific areas. But this time, the seemingly innocent reply drew immediate criticism from others who questioned whether the words... Hold up. But this time, the seemingly innocent reply drew immediate criticisms for others who questioned whether the words "your community" had a racist connotation. "Do you mean like the black community?" one user asked. "What do you mean by your community?" another Twitter user asked. "Now I got to cancel Chick-fil-A." Cancel Chick-fil-A. Cancel Chick-fil-A because I don't give a damn how racist they are. I will still be there. And how cool would it actually be if Chick-fil-A only sent out a message to black people? Think about that. You can look at it in the positive. Like, my community is the only community that's going to find out about spicy nuggets. So I kind of like that. But, I mean, people call me, Uncle Tom and a coon. So I don't know if I even qualify to be in the black community. "Now I got to cancel Chick-fil-A. I'm logging out of Twitter for the day. Take care," another person wrote. I bet these are all white people that are outraged. Because black people, the thing about black people, we don't even really get sensitive like that. It's always other ethnicities that get, what's the word I'm looking for? That get, black people don't even get offended like that. It's always other ethnicities that get offended for us. Like, we didn't ask for that. Why are you offended for me? Cancel Chick-fil-A. Please cancel it so that these lines can go down. Jeez, they still gonna make plenty of money, man. That chicken at Chick-fil-A is saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. They pray over that chicken, man. Ain't no weapon formed against Chick-fil-A shall prosper. Y'all can stop with that. As of Monday, Chick-fil-A's reply remained online and drew more than 1,600 comments and more than 8,000 retweets as Twitter users ripped the post. Meanwhile, some users noted that the Chick-fil-A has used similar replies on Twitter when asked about whether specific menu items would return. Chick-fil-A addressed the situation in a statement to NBC News. This is so crazy that the world that we live in is so concerned with somebody saying "your community" that they actually got to have a statement to NBC News. Jeez. Noting that it's use of the word community was meant as a reference to areas where its restaurants are located. Yeah, we behind you, Chick-fil-A. Real people are behind you, man. We ain't mad at you, bro. Let these other people be mad and sensitive and all that bullshit. We ain't worried about that. The response was a poor choice of words, but was not intended in any way to be insensitive or disrespectful. A company spokesperson said, "We often use the term community in a broader sense to talk about places where we operate restaurants and serve the surrounding community." I hate that they had to apologize for that. Chick-fil-A ain't never did wrong by nobody. And black people are not offended, even if they said, we'll let the black community know. What I'm waiting for is spicy fried chicken strips. Because y'all got a spicy fried chicken sandwich, but no spicy fried chicken strips. Bro, if I got a text message right now saying this is only for black people to know, and it said we got spicy chicken strips, but you got to go in there and you got to use a code word to order them, I'd be like, hell yeah, Chick-fil-A, that's what I'm talking about. And I pay $20 for them strips. I pay $20 for them saved chicken strips, bro. Y'all over here getting mad about nothing. You need a real job. These people ain't got no jobs, man. Ain't no way you working 60 hours and then get offended by words on Twitter, man. I grew up with a granddaddy who worked like 6 days a week, man. He was only off on Sundays, bro. He was going to work at like 12 o'clock p.m. and get off at like 11 at night. That man didn't have time to get offended by nothing. Nothing bothered him. The only thing that bothered him was if you whistled in his house, I don't know where that came from, or if you cursed or drank alcohol or wash clothes on Sunday. You know, black Baptist families down south, you couldn't wash no clothes on Sundays or do no work because that was the Lord's day. But other than that, that man, he, my granddaddy, man, yeah, he wasn't getting offended, man. You work hard, you ain't getting offended. What you worried about? You working hard. You provided, bro, y'all need families. And when you providing for your families, you ain't got time to get offended. All my people out there wearing steel-toe boots and working construction and unloading trucks and driving 18-wheelers, I bet you they not offended. It's all these people with soft hands that ain't never dug a hole, that ain't never messed with a tiller, ain't never used a pick, ain't never used a hoe, ain't never put fertilizer down. They the ones getting offended. They are the ones. People with rough hands or calluses on their hands, they're not getting offended, bro. Like, the next time somebody offended, I'll be like, let me touch your hands. When the last time you been stung by a bee, you soft, pansy ass? You over here getting offended. When the last time you had poison ivy? You ever ate anything you caught or hunted? Of course you're going to get offended because your whole life been easy. Hey, you guys, it's time for Dear David, where you guys send me your questions, life advice, or problems that you just have in life in general, and I try my best to give you advice from my point of view. So this is from Misty Mountains. She says she's an old piece of leather, but well put together. I was giving the Gawk 3K to this guy I went to college with and worked with. I like having a Spider-Man face. You know what that means. Yeah. So when I thought he was about to nut, he literally pissed in my face. My fresh sew-in and all. To this day, I think he wanted to pull a Kels and piss on me or some freaky shit. So my question is it possible for a man to tell if he's ejaculating versus urinating? He claims it was an accident and didn't know the difference. We are still friends to this day, but I think that shit was on purpose. Love, Misty Mountains. Age, old piece of leather, but well put together. Location, and my feelings. This man wanted to pee on you. I'm sorry to tell you that any man will tell you, when he has a hard on, we pee like we have prostate cancer. Anytime after sex or you about to have sex and you got to pee with a boner, it's hard. And it don't come out as you would because the body's ready to ejaculate and now it has to pee. So he wanted to pee. He wanted to R. Kelly you. He just wanted to pee on you. He knew you were nasty. He knew you like I would have. You should have punched him in his nuts. That's what you should have done. But he definitely peed on you. all men know that when you hard, it's not easy to pee. I don't know where it goes back up to in the body, but it's not an easy thing to do at all. So there you go, Misty Mountains. That man wanted to pee on you. He wanted to pee on you. Drip, 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 pee on you. I'll piss on you. Dear David, what advice do you have for someone who is and has been in love with someone who is in the industry, but know you can never be with them because of their lifestyle? Also, do you wear boxers or briefs? Name. This is actually from Misty, not Misty Mountains. This is just from Misty. She says she's a cougar, and she said her location is rent-free in my heart in Calabasas. So it sounds like you got some money, you in Calabasas. You might need to really holler at me. I wear briefs, baby. Boxers suck. I don't like that little penis hole, cause it'll come out. I don't like it. it'll slip sometimes, especially when you got cheap boxers. I like briefs. What are you doing? You have been in love with someone who's in the industry. There's nothing you can do when you're in love with somebody that's in the industry and you know you can't be with them because of their lifestyle. You can either bang them and take your emotional state out of it and be with them when you can, or just not be with them. But if you already know in your heart that you can't be with them because they're in the industry and because of their lifestyle, there's nothing you can really do. You could just choose to be a side piece, choose to be their occasional mistress, or just have an open relationship. That might be the best option. An open relationship where you are both respectful, and when y'all have relations with other people, you decide to wear condoms. That is pretty much the only options. And I would really like a follow-up question. To this as to why you feel. Do you know this person personally? Why do you feel you can't be with them? And what is their lifestyle in the industry? Like, maybe somebody in the industry doesn't have the kind of lifestyle that you think they have. Maybe they just portray to have that. Like rappers. I'm sure rappers rap that gangster stuff, but I'm sure not all of them are gangsters, just a persona. So maybe the person that you have this crush on in the industry is not the person that you may think they are, and they might actually be an easy person to talk to or love or date. Who knows? So I would really like a follow-up question as to what's their lifestyle and what about it scares you, or what about it do you feel you can't take because of their lifestyle? Do they have too many women? Are they in too many cities? Do they have too much money to where you feel like it'll be too much control over you? I would really just like to know. Do you not feel like you can trust them because they're around a lot of women all the time? Let's see. So we have Kevin D. from North Dakota. Dear David, my bitch-ass wife has been going to the gym a lot, and she has a new physical trainer, and they work out sometimes for hours at a time. They have been recently starting to go to dinner after their workouts to discuss her workout plan while I stay home with the kids. My friends say she is wrong for this, but I love her. What should I say to her? I don't want to bring this up to the trainer because he's way bigger than me and he could beat my ass. Get you a gun. You're a cuck. Every night when you go to sleep, you probably are tasting this trainer's balls. Yo, wife, you stay at home with the kids while your wife goes to dinner with her trainer? They're doing more than just stretching. He's stretching her out, buddy. You, sir, have a lying, cheating whore for a wife. Reverse the roles. Tell her she's going to watch the kids tonight, and you're going to go out with your new female trainer, and y'all going to have dinner after that. That's what you do. If you don't want to leave her, start cheating on her. The fact that you're watching the kids and you allow her to go to dinner with another man, that says a lot about your mentality. You sound like a weak beta male. Andrew Tate would never. Kevin Samuels would never. Sir, you need to do some soul searching. You need to get some confidence. You need to start going to the gym with her. Maybe you feel like she's out of your league. Maybe that's why you allow her to run over you the way you run over her. Maybe she makes more money than you. Maybe that's the reason you allow her to run over you. I don't know. But this is unacceptable behavior from a man. And you might want to get them kids checked to make sure they're yours, bro, because the fact that you said another man could beat your ass, I'm sure there are men out there. I'm more than positive. There's a lot of UFC fighters. I know a lot of men that can beat my ass, but I will never come out and say it. I'm just going to get my ass beat. But I'm going to get my licks in too. And I'm going to fight dirty. I'm grabbing balls and everything, bro. Biting. All that. But yeah, man, you got to get some business about yourself, how they say it in my family. You need some business about yourself, bro. Because you ain't got no business about yourself. You just out here letting a man run all over you. The man is basically running all over you. He's basically, at this point, your wife's boyfriend. So if you're going to allow her personal trainer to continue to date her and take her out, get you a girlfriend. Just get you a whole girlfriend, big dog. Why not? I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what you want me to say. You got to find it within yourself to leave. But it sounds like you can't leave. It sounds like you can't leave. That is it's kind of a horrible situation to be in, bro. You need to hang around me, bro. You need to hang around some city boys. That's all I'm going to say. Don't write me back until you've cheated on her or you've confirmed that she's cheated on you. And stop watching them children. Because you're going to end up in a situation where you're going to want to kill her and the fitness trainer. Everybody can only take so much. And you're going to be backed into a corner. And regardless of what type of animal it is, when it's backed into a corner, they're going to fight back. They're going to attack. All right, bro. Let me know. That wraps up Dear David, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Fake News Podcast. Make sure you continue to send those questions. If you need life advice, dating advice. I mean, you heard some of the stuff we had today. Send it to bookdavidlucas@gmail.com. I'll answer them online, on air, on the podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I love all of y'all. And pull up to a show. I'm at Richmond, Virginia this weekend at Sandman. Make sure y'all pull up, bro. Make sure y'all pull up. I'm doing I did Magoobies yesterday. Yeah, Wednesday. We did Magoobies yesterday, Wednesday. So make sure you pull up to Sandman. Pull up to Sandman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. All right, man. Peace.